All right, good afternoon. I'm Rick Dancer. This is Get Real with Rick Dancer, and look up there. We are at one of the most amazing success stories in Lane County. I get to claim it that way because this started as such a cool thing. This was a church, and the church folks, the congregation wanted to help people that are homeless in our community. Their membership was dwindling, and they didn't need this building anymore. And it all worked out, a huge thing where St Vincent dePaul got involved, as they always do when there's a good way to do something. They got the church, the congregation got to do what it wanted to do, and now young girls get to come here who are homeless and put their lives back together. Tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Stacy. I'm the program manager here.
So that's pretty accurate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the coolest thing is that the church really wanted to help the homeless and do what it says in the Bible to do is feed the hungry, take care of the homeless, and they did it.
Well, what's also cool is that neighbors in the community saw that this building was for sale. And actually, the neighborhood association, South Hills neighbors, they called St Vinnies and they said, hey, you guys need to do something with this. How can we help you? And this neighborhood has really embraced this project, and we're so grateful for that.
Okay, guys, so look. So they took the school, the church, and put it in. We have a bunch of stuff to talk with you about. But first, give me some kind of hits, runs, and errors. How many girls, that kind of thing. What's going on?
So we can serve 13 girls at a time. Right now we have 12. One just moved into her new apartment. So we actually have a room that we can show you.
So when girls move out, that's a success story.
Oh, it's huge. Because when girls move here, they move here because they don't have another place to live. So we serve girls that are between the ages of 16 to 18, and then they're usually referred by a school staff, or maybe one of their friends will tell them about the place.
So this started when, and how many girls have gone through the program?
So the doors opened in May 2018, and so far 23 girls have lived here.
So what does that feel like for you?
For me?
I love your smile when you smile. You don't even have to say anything. You just go.
It's a real honor and a privilege to work with a program like this that is so embraced and supported by the community. Because what we're doing here is we're working with young women and we're helping them change the course of their lives. Because we're providing them with so much support and stability, and when they move here, they become part of a really positive community. There's a wealth of resources that are available to them, and then we have staff and volunteers that walk with them as they're accomplishing all the things that young people need to accomplish.
But it all starts with a roof over your head.
Yeah.
You get the roof over your head, and then you get the support, and you get the computer works, and you get the school, and then are they doing well in school?
Oh my gosh. A lot of the girls when they first move here are really behind in school or they're not enrolled in school, but once they have the stability of living here, they really take off. So we've had several girls actually come in and graduate early. All but one of the girls now is enrolled in school, and they're just catching, as soon as they get here and they get rested, then they can just catch up on the credits that they need to get.
All right, show us the room. Okay, so you took all the old classrooms that were like probably Sunday school classrooms and things like that, and they made them into little apartments. So the girls don't they each have their own? Yeah. Yeah, I knew we'd get a low recording down here. Okay. Oh, so you go from having nothing, probably sleeping in a car, in someone's house, on a couch somewhere, there's someone you met, to having your own room.
And they all come furnished. They all have their own little kitchenette.
Oh my gosh, this must be like heaven.
It's so great. Teenage girls need privacy and they need their own space.
Right.
And so here they have everything that they need so that they can do the hard tasks of becoming a young adult. And that includes finishing school, starting to work for the first time, building their savings.
But it all starts with getting a house.
It starts with that. And Rick, I'll tell you, it also starts with a sense of belonging. Young people need to feel like they're part of something and they're part of a community, and that's what we offer here. Because the youth house is really a community space.
So show us this kind of the grand living area, and then we'll talk to some other folks around here. So you guys look, this is where all that, when she talks about that relationship building, here's their kitchen.
Yeah. So we partner with Food for Lane County. So we have a stocked pantry, and then we've got 2 fridges. So,
Can the girls just come in here and do what they want to do?
Whatever, it's their kitchen. We have volunteers that will come and cook meals, which is so great because most of our girls are working and going to school. So at the end of a long day after being on the bus, the first thing they do is come to the fridge and see what there is for them.
That's what I do.
Just like teenagers. So.
All right, so you guys look here. This was a sanctuary, and guess what? It still is. It's just a sanctuary of a different kind. Yeah. And look they got computers to do their homework and keep up to date.
Nuggets, thank you so much. They donated these computers.
Who did?
CBT Nuggets.
They're awesome. Chad and the gang.
They're so great.
Yeah.
And Shelly. And there's a laundry room, so we provide laundry supplies for them. We have different musical equipment, and we have volunteers. Actually, Ron Sticka with the Southtown Rotary comes, and he does guitar and ukulele classes.
Wow.
It's so nice. And
okay, guys, so look at this.
yeah, and then this is where we hang out and watch movies, and sometimes we'll do yoga, and just this is the girls' living room. This is where they live. Yeah.
So you guys, we're going to talk to Mike. Come here, Mike. This is our new director. I'm going to have you sit down here, buddy. And we're going to go like this. I like this, Rick. Thanks for showing us there. You're welcome, Gloria. It's a great project. So, Mike, tell them kind of who you are, where you're from, and what you're doing.
Yeah, my name is Mike Yoshioka. I'm the new director of the Youth and Family Services program for St Vincent dePaul.
So what does that encompass?
That's
a lot.
A lot. So basically, if you think of any youth and their family that's in needing homeless support services. And so we have our First Place Family Center, which is the day shelter, where families can come in and get the resources that they need to navigate the services around housing and housing stability.
And they can hang for the day.
They hang for the day, there's showers, a kitchen, laundry, as well as on-site caseworkers to help them.
And then we've got the youth house for girls. Mm-hmm. And what's happening with the idea for a youth house for our young men?
Yeah, we definitely are working hard right now. Right now we're doing a lot of strategic listening and getting direction and support from our community of service providers to hear from them where this asset is going to be best served or utilized in the whole environment of supportive services for homeless boys in this county.
Do we have a place or an idea of where we want to do this?
I do, but again, we need to we need to listen to our community. We need to listen to our other professionals in this environment and make sure that this is an asset that not only allows St. Vincent dePaul to be better at addressing homelessness in this community, but empowers our other neighbors of service providers as well.
Right, and politically this is a hard thing because you have to have a neighborhood that wants to be a part of the solution in there.
Yeah, I don't think it's that hard. I think the onus on us right now is to really do a lot of education and dispel a lot of the anxiety and fear around homeless young men. Because these are the kids that were on our Little League teams, that went to school with us and just had some hardships in their lives and now are homeless. Because
how has this neighborhood has embraced this place?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, this is part of the community here. Mm-hmm. And that's I don't want to say that's rare for that to happen, but it kind of is when you have an area. So we need another area that's willing to kind of do that same thing.
Yeah, and we're very appreciative of the leadership role that this community and this neighborhood has taken in setting a model for other folks. But I think it's a good sign of a healthy and well-informed community to be welcoming an asset like this in their neighborhood.
Well, yeah, because you're taking kids that are... They can be in a bad situation doing things that we don't want them to do, or we could be helping them to create lives like all the other kids we want to help.
You got it, right?
Yeah. So what do you guys need? You guys are doing kind of a fundraiser thing, right?
Yeah, well, we're needing to secure a good amount of operational support. And so if people want to find out more information, they can go onto you're providing some...
there's a phone number, you guys, at the top of this live shot that will tell you exactly how you call St. Vincent dePaul.
And thanks to a generous donor who's made a matching contribution, we need to get it raised, I think, about $20,000 between now and Monday to get that $20,000 match. So it's a great opportunity.
So they'll match up to $20,000?
Yeah.
So then how much do you actually need right now?
I'm not sure.
You don't know?
Yeah.
But we need to get that in, and that has to be by Monday. I didn't realize that.
Monday.
Wow.
At the end of the month. And
so how much do you need total for the project? Do you have any idea?
We're shooting for, in order to do the job right, we're shooting for just under $500,000 to get us up, running, and then maintained for a year.
All right. Come here. We got. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Welcome to Eugene. Or to this end of the program. He's in charge. So tell him who you are.
I'm the assistant program manager here at the Youth House.
So these young ladies.
Yes.
You are in love.
I am. I love them. They're great.
I don't think people do people misunderstand what homelessness is, do you think?
Yeah, I think there's a big misconception in our community and in the world in general about what homelessness means. A young person can become homeless for a variety of reasons, anything from instability in the home, parental instability, to abuse, or there's a multitude of reasons as to why a young person in particular would become homeless. So we are not necessarily in the world of trying to navigate why our kids are being homeless, but just make sure that they are getting off the streets and into somewhere safe.
How does that make a huge difference for them?
Well, we're giving them instability. So, like you saw,
You're giving them stability.
Or yes,
you're taking
excuse
them.
me.
No, you're
yes,
welcome. I heard you say that, and I was going, no. I'll correct you.
We're giving them stability.
Yes. Taking them away from instability.
Correct. So we are giving them a stable place where they can come, they can rest their head at night, get a full night's rest of sleep, like Stacey was talking about. A lot of the girls that come here, once they realize like this is their home and this is where they can get things done, they start that process. So we've had a couple of girls who have graduated early. We have a couple girls who are on track to graduate early right now, which is really exciting. And yeah, to continue with their life and move forward.
So you're really on the edge of empowering young women to become what they never probably dreamed they could ever become.
Yeah, we place a really big emphasis on youth voice. Part of my other realm of world is that I work for 15th Night as the Youth Action Council facilitator. So understanding how to empower youth and how to say you are the voices of the future and you're the voices of right now as well. And how do we make progress in our community to make sure that no other kids are experiencing homelessness and no other kids are facing life on the street.
So are these kids helping other kids then?
Yeah.
The 15? Wow.
They are.
Because they can reach them, whereas sometimes we're seen as dorky adults.
Yeah, and I think they're also the kids who they're the experts on their own experience. So they're the ones saying this is what works and this is what doesn't work. In my experience of either this many years of being on the street or whatever it is, this is what helped me or this is what doesn't help me. And this is how we can change our society and our community to be able to meet the need of what exists.
So what have you learned about yourself from these girls?
Oh my gosh, they are constantly teaching me things. They teach me a lot about courage and about advocating and what does that look like to advocate for yourself. So a lot of them have never had somebody who has helped them advocate. So sitting down with them and talking about what that process looks like and what do they need to be advocating for, everything from finding people to help get their IDs, which are, we have a partnership with Junior League. They advocate for their finances, so they say, hey, I need to be saving money so that when I move out of the house, I can have my own apartment and be stable. So we partner them with Dev Northwest, which used to be NEDCO. They have a youth financial foundations class, and we've had 6 girls complete the class, and we have 6 girls who are enrolled for the class this October.
Okay, so in terms of the girls' youth, I'm getting a little heady here, but
Yeah.
I'm having fun with you because this is really good questions. You guys are so easy to talk to. So this is what my business coach always asks me. What would make 2020 an aha year? Like a year here would be like you said, I'm not asking you to go dream, some magical thing up, but I'm thinking what would be like an aha thing for you running this part of our community, this organization here? What would that be?
I think in our house level, I would love to see all of our girls who are on track to graduate actually graduate, and then continue to move on into stable housing in their own place. That would be our biggest success. But I think just in the community, I would love to see the entire community of Eugene and Springfield rally around our youth and say, we need more of these houses and we need more support in this area, and we need to be the ones empowering our youth to be able to change and grow to be leaders of our community.
And they teach us if we listen.
They do.
And
they have a lot to say.
if we ask the right questions and don't make judgments, it's amazing what we can find out. I get some of the coolest people on here who come on my site and they'll tell me things. In fact, I have a gentleman who used to be on the streets who was part of like an 86 group, I guess, and they used to keep it. They kept people controlled. If you were using drugs down on the streets of Eugene, you were gone. And I said, oh my God, would you come talk to me? Because I want to see what that's all about. And he now has 3 kids and married and has a family.
That's amazing.
So success is measured differently, isn't it, for everybody?
It is. Yeah. I think we've seen a lot of successes in a lot of different ways. So we've had, like I was saying, we've had girls graduate early. We've had girls just graduate after needing a lot more credits. We've seen girls become financially successful. We've seen girls move into their own apartments and are thriving now. And we have 2 who moved into their own apartments and will actually be starting school at Lane next Monday.
Whoa.
Is their first day, so
That's
super
awesome.
big day. Both of them are receiving scholarships and are well on their way to being successful for their whole life. I mean, we're super proud of them. We love encouraging them and seeing those successes kind of flourish.
You got a good job.
I do. I do a good job.
You really
I work
are-
with some really cool people.
Yeah, you do. You get to be right on the front line there.
Yeah.
So you guys, again, St Vinnies
Yes.
needs to raise $20,000 by Monday. And then they have a donor who will match that $20,000, but it has to be by Monday. So there's a phone number at the top, and you can call them and donate to that. And that money is going to be used for, do you know?
Mike is
what-
going to be
Mike-
the big person.
Mike, what's that going to be used for? Yeah.
That's to pay for critical supplies that we need to get us through the year for these young women.
So he says that pays for critical supplies that help keep this stuff going.
Cleaning supplies. all that.
You know, I mean, all the stuff that we all have to do,
Household.
clean your house and, you know, all those
like to
kind
have
of
a clean house.
just basic stuff. So if, you know, that's something you can do, I know it's not a holiday right now, but, you know, people that need things, they need them 12 years out of the month. And we focus on 2 months out of the year. And there's a lot of other months that these people could use our help. So while these folks are showing them support in person, we can be supporting them as a community and, you know, just call up the number and give them some money. It's pretty easy. We all talk about, I kind of guilt people a little bit. We all talk about we want to do something. So if you watch this video and you think, wow, that's really cool, that's neat, or, oh, I feel sorry for it, it's too bad that's happening, that's not good enough. That's not doing action. See, love and community are action words, and so then you have to actually do something. So here's an easy way that you can participate. Thank you for doing what you
Yeah,
do.
thank
and
you.
thank you. And Mike, welcome. All right, you guys, so again, you got till Monday. We really need to raise that money. I feel like I'm doing a telethon.
Oh. No, I'm just here.
Yeah, we're here. So again, we're at the Girls Youth House, a successful project that was just a dream. I remember when this thing opened, when I heard about it, I came out the next day and we did a live out here. It was like, that is such a cool thing. So it's actually working. Imagine. You give somebody a place to stay, you give them the things they need, like love and concern and a community and education and all that stuff, and they do well.
Smash.
It's unbelievable. All right, you guys, thanks for joining us. As for Get Real with Rick Dancer tomorrow, it's just a big day. Oktoberfest starting at the Beer Stein. I'm going to pop the keg. That's what I get to do. I get to pop the keg at the Beer Stein at noon. Then at 3:45, we're at the new Swallowtail Distillery over in Springfield. And then tomorrow night, we're at the beer station in Junction City talking about Habitat for Humanity. So it's going to be a big party day with lots of good causes in the meantime. Thanks for doing this for us.
Thank you.
And tell the girls next time we want to talk to them, we'll get
Yeah,
someone.
we'll work on it.
We'll work on it. All right, you guys, talk to you later. Go look at the number at the top of the page.